Now, just imagine the current situation in Raila Odinga's African Union Commission chairmanship position. With all the hurdles, with all the obstructions and the barriers that Raila Odinga is currently facing, that Raila Odinga is going through. And the question is, do you really think that Raila Odinga will manage or he will give up? Because recently, Raila Odinga made it very clear that no matter what he is going through, for him to get that position, he will not surrender. He will not give up. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. But the question is, who do you think is causing all these problems to Raila Amolo Odinga? Do you think that there is a cartel in the African Union Commission whose main agenda, whose main mission is to ensure that they have blocked Raila Odinga completely from that position? And if there is, who exactly are these cartels? Who exactly is targeting Raila Odinga in the African Union Commission to lock out Raila Odinga by creating all these barriers, all these hurdles? Because there is a group of individuals, a group of leaders in the African Union Commission who came up with several proposals. These proposals, when you look at it very keenly, they seem to be targeting Raila Amolo Odinga. I'll give you examples. Example 1, there's a proposal of the gender rule, whereby in this particular proposal, made it very clear that only women should be allowed to contest for the AUC position. And therefore, Raila Odinga should be locked out immediately. In my considered opinion, the people who came up with such kind of a proposal, they were on a mission to block Raila Odinga in favor of Somalia. Because I want you to realize that also in Somalia, there is a lady who is interested for the African Union Commission chairmanship position. Recently, after a meeting, and I'll still give you the details about that meeting in this analysis, very briefly, they decided to strike out that proposal. Therefore, it was a win for Raila Amolo Odinga. Another proposal made it very clear that the countries that have held the position of the African Union chairman or the deputy since the year 2002 must be locked out. When you look at that proposal, Kenya is unqualified because previously Kenya has held the position of the deputy African Union Commission chairman. And finally, there is also another proposal. In fact, this is the most recent one. This proposal says that the African Union Commission must reject the East African Community decision to endorse one candidate. I hope you still remember recently when President William Samoei Arap Ruto made it very clear the East African communities came up together to endorse only one candidate. That candidate is Raila Amolo Odinga.
For example, why, as members of the summit in East Africa, as you're all aware, the chair of the AU is coming up next year as the term of Moussa Faki, our current chair, comes to an end. It is going to be the turn for East Africa to provide the chair of the Africa Union. We have sat down in the spirit of the East African community. We have consulted as heads of state from the East African community together. And we have agreed to sponsor one candidate as East Africans.
But a proposal has been made that that decision should not be included. So when you look at all these proposals and several others, you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga is being targeted here. And because of these proposals, that is why Raila Odinga is not yet there. That is why Raila Odinga's name is still missing in the list. That is why Raila Odinga, up to date, he has not yet qualified for the African Union top job. So until Raila Odinga will have to wait for all these proposals to be discussed in a meeting and the final decision will be made, Raila Odinga will know his fate. All that we are hearing currently is that Raila Odinga is too close. In fact, the media is telling us that Raila Odinga is some inches closer to qualify African Union top job. The question is, until when? Because it is not also guaranteed that Raila Odinga will qualify. But let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. So in this particular analysis, I want to explain to you who exactly are these people behind giving Raila Odinga headache. Based on my thorough research, and I'll explain to you the details of my findings. Who exactly are these people whose main agenda, whose main mission is to lock out Raila Odinga from the African Union Commission chairmanship position? But before that, just a quick reminder, if you are listening to me and you haven't subscribed, maybe it's your first time in this channel, I'm requesting you to please just take a second or two and subscribe. You can also give this video a like. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this channel and this video in particular to reach out to others so that you can grow. And I want to say thank you so much to my returning subscribers. You can also activate all the notifications in this channel by simply pressing the notification bell down below for you to automatically receive the notifications from YouTube itself every time and immediately I post a video in this channel. Therefore, you will not miss any video that I post. Thank you so much. Now let us go straight into the details. Who are these people giving Raila Odinga sleepless nights? Number one, there's a group of people calling themselves the permanent representative committees in the African Union Commission. Who are these people? This kind of leaders here are actually the ones who are coming up with all these proposals, with all these changes, which seems to be targeting Raila Odinga. But I want you to know that I have not said that all of these leaders, all of these people in the permanent representative committee are targeting Raila Odinga. But some of them are targeting Raila Odinga. Maybe they are the enemies of Raila Odinga, because remember that previously Raila Odinga was the African Union High Representative of Infrastructure. Number two, we have this person, the current African Union Commission chairman by the name Moussa Faki. The reason as to why I'm saying this is because I want you to remember that it is actually Moussa Faki who fired Raila Odinga from the African Union High Representative of Infrastructure. So there's a bit of fallout that still exists between these two leaders. And that is why I don't think if Moussa Faki will endorse Raila Odinga. Let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. And finally, there's also a group of leaders targeting Raila Odinga, calling themselves the high-level executive leaders in the African Union Commission. Who are these people? Now, these leaders here are actually the ones who are listening to the Permanent Representative Committee. And they are actually the ones who are making the final decision of all these proposals after they have discussed in that meeting. One thing that I'm so happy about in the high-level executive leaders in the African Union Commission is that Musalia Mudavadi is also part of these leaders because he is actually representing Kenya. And that is why recently Musalia Mudavadi was in Addis Ababa. And after holding a meeting, they made final decisions. Among the decision was to strike out the gender rule that proposed that only women should contest for that position. They made a decision to remove that part. So let us wait and see how they will have to react, which decision they will have to make in the rest of the proposals made in the African Union Commission. Do you think that Raila Odinga will make it? Do you think that Raila Odinga will qualify? Do you think that some proposals will lock out Raila Odinga? Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I don't have much. Let me see you again in my next analysis. My name is Jason. Bye-bye.